Check out the First Man Men's Lifestyle Supplement by using the links below. Okay guys, a little blend of two videos here, two kind of concepts. Number one, men cannot be expected to do everything they're expected to do in the modern era. It's impossible. We're asked to do too much, like by women, by our bosses, by society in general. Like, I've just kind of finished that journey, and it took me like 10 years to like get in shape, become successful, get all the assets, live setup, framing, you know, all of that stuff just collectively. And it's like, it doesn't stop either. It's like, okay, then you need to be cultured, well traveled. It's just like, it's non-stop. It just keeps going, okay? And the amount of energy you need to be able to keep all this up is impossible. And that's kind of like what's required in the modern era, sadly. It's actually why I created my men's lifestyle supplement, to prop up that, to help, you know, aid it. But it ties in with the other concept that I wanted to bring into this, which is like, how did I feel when I was demotivated versus when I was motivated? And it drew me to the conclusion that like when I was demotivated, when I just really didn't feel like it and I wanted to push this business forward and I was just tired and whatever, it's when I had too much to do. Okay, and when I was super motivated, it was when I was waking up and I had nothing to do and I was choosing what to do. I was saying, okay, I think I'll make a video today. I think I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to make a video, and then I'm going to find something else to do, which is create a supplement or something like that. Super motivated at those times. And it's because I was really following my personal rule of three, okay? 3 macro things at one time, 3 micro things. What I mean by that is you should have 3 macro goals that you're working towards. And there's no month, week, year, there's no timeline on it. You just want to work towards and tick those boxes. So for me, it was always get in shape, become successful with the business, and, you know, just keep making YouTube videos. Whatever, it's just like my 3 aims. Just keep pushing YouTube videos out there. I guess if you put a target on it, like 100,000 subscribers, something like that, let's work towards it. And my micro would be like, okay, so how do I get to those goals? And I'd wake up every day and go, if I go to the gym, I get closer to the 1. If I make a YouTube video, I get closer to 100,000. And if I work on, let's say, the supplements or the boxes or whatever the one thing I was doing at that time was, and I work on that wholly, that's the one single thing I'm going to do, outside of the other 2, then I'm going to push that one forward a lot. And I just put like 100% effort into each one. And that was kind of my goal. I was massively motivated when I was doing that because it's not too much to handle. Do you know what I mean? And I personally think nobody can do more than 3 things on a macro and micro scale without being like pissed off, or the fuse gets blown, or they become tired and whatever. It's just not worth it, okay? I just don't feel like the results are effective either, okay? So on the topic of men are like told to do everything, pushed forward on all fronts, like a woman now will be like, a guy has to be in shape, but also have a dad bod, right? Well, that one out. He has to be well dressed, he has to smell well, he has to have really a good job, but it doesn't have to be too good. You're like, okay, what does that mean? So like 100K plus, like, okay, that's fucking amazing. He has to have his own place. He has his own place. Okay, a nice car, his own car. He has to treat his mum with respect. He has to have time for me, but also be successful. It's like, lady, you can't have both of certain things. You can't have time for you and be successful. That's an oxymoron. Those two don't go together. But that's the modern world. And then, like, your mum will want to see you, your dad will want to see you, your brother, your sister. Do you know what I mean? Your friends want to see you. You've got to have some level of a social life. And I think this is where so many men are fucking up. And we cannot be expected to do all of it at once. Like, I've just gone 10 years dedicated to nothing but the business and fitness. Okay, gym success, gym success, gym success, like my main goals that I've been focused on. Now I'm in a position today where it can be gym success and social life. I could probably add that in, okay? How do I get to those? Okay, 3 micro things every day. And they don't have to be the same things, but I can do them every single day. And when you operate in that manner, it's very easy to handle it. But if you're trying to overload yourself, like I've seen those TikToks where it's the Joe Rogan voiceover, where it's like, it's entirely possible, it's entirely possible, it's entirely possible. And some guys like, when I'm trying to get in shape, take care of my hygiene and my grooming, be a high level man, when I'm trying to like invest in crypto and stock, it's like you got to pick three. You just got to pick three things. You know, fitness is a must for me. Getting in shape, fitness, whatever, is a must. Success of a business or a 9-to-5 job, a must. You know, whether it's investing or whatever, like that should be a singularity on its own. So whether it's crypto, stocks, whatever, you should got to have one thing that you just go for. That's a must. And then your final thing can be whatever you want it to be. But you can't go, I'm going to start a family and have a social life and be a full-time gamer. It's like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's just too many things. You're going to be stretched too far. It's three. Like three, for me, is the limit. If I go any further than that, I just feel fucking knackered. Like, for example, in recent months, I've moved into this property, unfurnished property, okay? So I've moved house and I've furnished it all. At the same time, I got a new car, so I was setting all that up with obviously insurance, MOT and all that stuff, tax and whatnot. On top of that, when I first moved to this area, everybody wanted to see me because obviously everybody wanted to see me, like friends and stuff, right? So I went out and saw like friends and a bit of a social life. I'm then trying to get to the gym and sort all that out. I'm trying to stay on top of my calories and whatever and sort all that out. Still trying to run the business and answer like emails for a £40,000 per month business, obviously with books, supplements and whatever, trying to handle all of that shit whilst trying to be a YouTuber. It's like you can't do it all. There's no way. Whilst trying to set up like this podcast and get people on, I've burnt myself out. I feel absolutely fucking knackered and demotivated. And that's a big difference. It's like as men, we're told to try and do everything. You have to be good at this. You just got to stop, not satisfy everybody, okay? So it's like, ladies, I want to fuck you all, but for the next 2-3 years, I'm not going to be able to because I need to push forward on another front first. Because that's the thing. If you push forward on 3 fronts and they all go up to that level and then you pick another 3, those other 3 aren't going to fall because you're not looking at them. Like, you're still going to be able to go to the gym 3 days a week and just maintain a great physique. Like 3, probably 4 days a week, maintain a great physique. You're not cutting or bulking at that point. So it's easier to do. It's easier to maintain. And you're eating pretty much the same foods and calories every day to maintain. So it becomes easier. And once you are successful, you hire people. So that becomes easier. Do you see what I mean, guys? Like, once you can just do 3 at once, get them to where they need to be, move on to like another 2 or 3 or whatever needs to be maintained, and just do like 3 at once on a macro and micro scale. Here's my big goals. Here's how I'm going to get there. For me personally, it's worked a treat. And I just see so many guys out here at the moment and they're confused, they're lost, they're tired. They're trying to do everything at once. They're trying to satisfy women and they're trying to, you know, spend money on clothes that they don't have, on cars that they don't have, live in a place that they can't afford so that these women will fuck them, so that they'll have a great social life, sex life, whatever. That woman then goes, I want kids, I want to get married. Like, you're just doing too much at once. It's a pretty long life, guys. Like, you can just segment 3 to 5 years for like each thing and then move on to the next bracket and the next bracket and the next bracket. And the more money that you have and the more success that you have moving forward, the easier all the other shit gets. So like, if you've done the success thing and you've ticked that box, you've got fitness, whatever, and you're in great health and you've got great assets and you've gone, okay, new 3, starting a family. It's like starting a family is really easy when you got money because you can hire a nanny, you can have a chef, you can have a gardener, a cleaner, whatever. And like 50% of your time can be on your business or your success or your 9-to-5 job, and then 50% of your time on your kids, your family, whatever. And you can just split it because you've got the money for other people to like take the lead. But the first 2 that you need to do, fitness and success, get them ticked. That's what I've done. And then all the other shit, like I said, is very, very easy to do. But don't try and overwhelm yourself with more than 3 things. Because I'm telling you, you'll become swamped. You'll give lackluster effort to each one. You'll become confused and you'll just be sitting there just going, oh, I've got to do that and I've got to do that. Oh, and this crypto opportunity is passing me by. I really want to get into it, but I've got a 9-to-5 job, a girlfriend. I've got to take care of my parents and, you know, I'm worrying about that and I'm trying to get in the gym and then there's new things come out and, oh, have you seen that new thing on Netflix? Yeah, I want to watch it. Oh, you haven't been on the Xbox in ages. We haven't seen you come to the club in a long time. Oh, we've got a holiday booked next year. Stop. You got to stop as a man. You can't do it all. Just 3 guys, rule of 3, macro, like as a minor. It's literally how I did it. And when I've not done that, it's fucked my life up. I felt knackered. I'm back in that pattern now. I got 3 things to worry about. That's all I'm going to do every single day. It's a very, very nice routine. And then you can do like a break on a weekend. Okay, so those 5 days, as long as they're solid, fantastic. Those other 2 days on the weekend, you can throw maybe one more in if that's like, if you've already mastered certain things like success, fitness, whatever, you can pull it off. But that's basically my 3 right now. Is like, my fitness is nearly complete. I'm easing off the gas with it a little bit more. It doesn't have to be like my full attention. Instead of 6 days a week, I can probably get away with 5, which means that on the weekend I can chill a little bit more. Success is obviously like there, but it's always nice to keep it going. Do you know what I mean? And it incorporates YouTube with social media, with the supplements, whatever. It's like one big thing now, and I'm hire somebody soon to take 90% of that stress off. And then, I can add in like social life, travel, whatever. That can be like my one extra thing that I can like really focus on and start doing. Or this podcast becomes like my one big thing. And then on a weekend, I take 1 day off, 2 days off. I relax. I, break it all down. It's just so good to be doing that, because I just think if you go full bore and you try and do like 50 things at once, and by the end of that year, you're blown out and you're just tired and you've got adrenal fatigue or something, and you're just fucked. And you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, and demotivated, I hate my job and whatnot. It's just, that's such a worse strategy than if you go a lot slower, but you're consistent. So in 10 years' time, you're still doing what you were doing. It's 10 times more successful than it was, and you're still in the game. Do you know what I mean? It's just better to go slower, but be consistent and still be doing it correctly, than it is to try and rush everything and try and do everything at once in like a year. Like, I shied away from crypto for like multiple different reasons. I looked at it and I was like, I think it's going to crash. I don't see an opportunity here. I can only see it going down. But number 2, I was like, I got so much shit going on at the moment, I can't really dedicate to it. Whereas now I'm in a position where I can do 2 hours of research every day, every 2 hours every week, whatever it might be, but I can squeeze something in now. I've got the time to be able to do it. It's just good management. Do you know what I mean? You can't sit there and be like, I'm so busy and this crypto thing's popping off, I just need to just throw some money at something because I don't want to miss the opportunity. It's like, just take your time. Take your time. Like, find something that, just find a good schedule, build your life setup, put yourself in a good position to do it properly, because otherwise it's like how you lose money, how you fuck yourself up, and you're stretched too thin, trying to do everything at once. You start forgetting shit, you make mistakes. Like, I don't like making mistakes. Just 3 things, get them done very well, and then once one is mastered, add another thing in, and just maintain the other one. It's easy to spin those plates once they're already spinning. Do you know what I mean? They got momentum, they're spinning on the stick. You just keep it there. It just runs itself. You just occasionally got to go over there and add an extra bit of spin to it. Like, that's the way I see life. Like, it's got momentum, it handles itself now. Or better yet, you hire somebody to just spin it for you. That's the only way to do it. You've got to do it in that manner. But all these guys out here trying to get in shape, trying to become successful, trying to date the hottest girls, go out to the club on a Saturday, Xbox with the boys, going to every single party. Oh, it's my friend's birthday party, I've got to go and sit. It's like, it's just not going to work. Oh, we've booked a lad's holiday. Stop. Like, you're stretching your time and money too thin, and you're going to be shattered because you just don't know whether you're coming or going. Do you know what I mean? I'm in crypto and I'm in stocks and I've got a 9-to-5 job and I'm starting my own business. It's like 3 of those are going to go to shit. 3 of those are going to be terrible. Guaranteed. Maybe even 4, because you're just spread too thin. Plus gym, plus a relationship, and she wants to have kids and she wants to get married, so we're planning that. Stop it, guys, please. Like, it's not benefiting you. Just pick 3, be patient, do the 3 well, move on. Check out the First Man Men's Lifestyle Supplement by using the links below.